Hello, everybody, and wow. Okay, my color's changed. Hold on. Bear with me a second. All right. What do you mean I'm muted? I don't think I'm muted. Okay. It's just me yelling at white balance and trying to figure out why my webcam does that. Uh, it's there's no audio on that. I've got a special little scene that's just the cameras, so that way I can. The problem that always used to happen is that I would adjust Lucas and mine's cameras for a certain show or just because something wasn't looking right. But we were in multiple scenes, and then I'd switch to another scene, and we would be in the old version for that. So this is I actually have a scene that's just nothing but the webcams. So I adjust it in that place, and then that scene gets put into all the other scenes. So it's like a preset, um, and it works much better. But I never use it while we're live, so I didn't put my audio on it. So it's just me yelling at the webcam. You didn't miss anything. All right. Absolutely nothing today has gone right. I am stressed. Um, so we're gonna try to do too much today. um, and we'll see how it goes. So the things that are not going to happen today is we're not going to be able to play the game that I've been working on because it doesn't work yet. I haven't had enough time to finish it. I put the stream later to try to get time to finish it. And basically it's a multiplayer competitive game, but I really wanted to use the new stealing mechanic because I haven't seen how it works yet. I haven't seen anybody put it in a game. I have no instructions on how to use it, and I was going to make it so that way you could run around and grab these presents somewhere. I jumped in the wrong hole. I wanted to be able to grab the presents from the middle, and you carry them up to these towers and deposit them for points. And there's more that goes on here. However, if you don't recognize what this looks like, this was built with the Sand Rush Magic Palette generator. At least the level part was. And when I load that into the Game Maker, it comes in as a legacy thing, a legacy experience. And for whatever reason, legacy experiences are not allowed to use the stealing mechanic. And I don't know if there's a way that I can get around that. So on the one hand, we could just have it with no stealing. But I kind of want to see what stealing looks like. Like it sounds fun. How do we get it to work? What does it do exactly? It seems pretty straightforward. You know, you run up to somebody and you press E while they run past you, and then you're holding their thing. But is there anything more to that? You know, how exactly does it work? So, I will, I guess, try to make an experiment with that and see if it's worth it. In which case I will scrap this level and make it from scratch. I was like excited by like just the cool little underwater icy world that I had there. You can't go down there. It just looks neat. But if I can't do it in Magicavoxel with Magic Palette, then I'll make a simpler level. That's what it comes down to. But I will have to start over from scratch. So everything that I've put in here so far for like the HUD and variables and messages and everything, I'll have to start over because I won't be able to use anything in the legacy experience. I'm just gonna have to start over. So I guess I'll do just a mini. We might, if we have time. We won't have time, but if we have time on stream, maybe I'll make an experience that's just nothing but a couple boxes with stealing on them, and we can run around and see what it looks like. We'll make time for it. Somebody's gonna need to remind me. And see if it's worth it, or if I should just keep on doing this. What do you think of my southeast? Oh wait, why are these both southeast? This is supposed to be southwest. I didn't change the name. Southwest, southeast, northeast, northwest. Like my little colorful icons there. I think they look pretty good. They match the thing at the bottom. So there was a whole mechanic that I have planned for. You can't just keep on bringing presents to the same tower over and over again. I mean, you could, but eventually you're gonna have to like wait. So, ooh, I missed. Anyway, this isn't working yet. It's not ready yet. Too many things happened this week. I didn't get it all done. What I did get done is the Future Tech Game Jam, and I made an item that's exclusive for the Wizzy avatar holders. So this is going to be the first of many, many, many item airdrops for avatar holders. The bells jingle. Just a little soft little jingle. There's a little mini Wizzy the Blue in there, looking all cute. Can I zoom, please? Does it not? Can we not zoom in anymore? I guess we can't zoom anymore, can we? We used to be able to zoom, right? We can slide side to side. Can we? There's got to be a way to zoom. No? Okay. All right. I guess we can't zoom anymore. Got some candy canes. Got a potion bottle, an oak staff in there. So we got some stuff. This is going to be an airdrop, and it's I said it is uncommon. Yeah, uncommon item for all Wizzy avatar holders. So because the avatars are not working yet, I cannot gate an experience to the avatars until the avatars are working. So this airdrop item is going to be your ticket to play in this event. There are prizes for the event. This is a team-based leaderboard event. I guess I can explain what's. I mean, hopefully I get this game working. Right, I would like it to be working till the end of the year. I was hoping before Christmas have the event run till the end of the year. We'll see what I can get done. The way the teams work is it's whatever factions you have on the backs of your Wizzies. That will be it's like fantasy football. I don't know much about fantasy football, but the one thing that I know is that the players that you pick for your teams, like multiple people can have the same players, I think. Maybe not in the same league, but like around the world, people can. So your points count towards whatever teams you're on. So if you are in the potion faction with one Wizzy and you're in the skull faction with another Wizzy, your points count for both of those teams. And then the team scores are averaged by the top 100 on the leaderboard of whatever those scores are. So if there's 7 players on the potion team in the top 100 on the leaderboard, then all their scores get averaged together. So this way it kind of balances out. You don't like super good players might end up with not so super good players. And it's about having the fun. It's not just about the prizes. There's a participation prize for the top 100 players, and there is whatever team has the highest average score will also get a prize. So if you want to be on more teams to increase your chance of being on the winning team, you could mint more Wizzies, or you could buy trade Wizzies, whatever you want. And that's how that's gonna work. If you have Wizzies that are not on a faction, there's a Kilt team, a Shorts team, and a Robes team. So it's plain Robes, the Shorts, and the Kilts as their own separate teams. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of math. I'm gonna make a spreadsheet to calculate it out because it'll be easier. And that's how scoring is gonna work. Oh, and to be on the leaderboard, you do need the gating item, which is the Santa bag that I just showed. Yeah, so that's the event that I wanted to start today, but basically it's not even just today. Everything this week has been crazy. But particularly today has been absolutely insane. Guess what? Today is the future the Future Tech Game Jam Awards show. I didn't know. I know I read the calendar that said it on there, but I wasn't told that I was doing it. And I should have assumed because I'm usually the one who does it. And there's no videos. I don't think we're doing the videos anymore. I'm gonna play some of the winners. That's what we're gonna do. So let's see. I can get out of this. We don't need to be in here anymore. What we are gonna do is all the ambassadors who are here are gonna get Wizzy avatars. That's what we're gonna do. And then however many ambassadors or however many Wizzies are left over, I just minted 25. So whatever's left over is going to be stream prizes that we'll do a giveaway form for. So I guess I need to get the wheel spin up. That's what we need to do first. So let's get wheel and names up here. And we are going to grab the list of ambassadors. And just so you know, because I already minted them, they're already revealed. So I told the ambassadors before the stream, do some window shopping, figure out which ones you want, because if your name is drawn, you get to pick the one that you want, as long as nobody else has picked it. So what you want to do is you want to look at my OpenSea and look at the 25 most recent Wizzies, which is numbers 217 through 357. Wait, 217. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the rarity number. That's not right. 354 through 377. I was like, those numbers don't sound right. So, this is my profile. Fingers crossed, says Sir Alican. List of avatars also available on Discord, says Dr. Everso. Yes, well, I mean, I made a screenshot, but it's kind of small. It might be hard to look at. So you can look through here. You can click to look at the traits, see what you like the most. There's some pretty cool ones here. We got a few diamond skins. Actually, I think there's 3. 1, 2, or 2. Oh, 3. There it is. There's a golden skin. We got some cool combinations of traits. I like this. Personally, I like this one. 353 here, looking pretty cool with his cat ears and his punk boots. Looking pretty swole. All right, so that is that. Let me get this sheet over here, and I'm gonna paste all the ambassadors in. So, ambassadors, as I call your name, you need to say that you're here so that I know and let me know which one you want, and I will try to stay on top of the numbers so that way I don't get mixed up. I shouldn't have closed that OpenSea link. Why did I do that? There we go. All right. So, first wheel spin. What packs? Are you here, what packs? You gotta let me know. You got the. We're gonna have to be quick about it. We got to keep things moving because there's a lot to get done, and we've only got an hour and 40 minutes to do it all. So what packs? Give me a shout out in the chat if you are here. You have 20 seconds. I guess I could have asked just which ambassadors are actually here first and sped things up a little bit. Blue Tulip. I don't see my name on the wheel. Blue Tulip. I think you were not an active. There was a whole thing about this being for active ambassadors from the past 3 events. I don't know if you saw that message. Blue Tulip. Oh yeah, you are on there, but you don't see your name on the wheel. Oh no, you're right there. Was it was maybe it wasn't Blue Tulip, maybe it was somebody else. Asked me about becoming an ambassador again. And I said yes, they absolutely can, but it doesn't count for this because they weren't actively an ambassador. So all right, I'm not seeing anything from Wapax, so we're gonna remove and spin again. Go west, go west. Which number you want? I think I saw your name. Go west, you here? Yes, you are here. Go west said good morning, afternoon, and evening. Go west. What number you want? Quick, quick, quick. 367. I'm double checking to make sure the numbers are actually here this time because that was an issue last time. 367. You know, the names are too long. OpenSea like cuts off the titles if I don't make the window big enough. 367. That should be in the range. Yeah. All right. Lieutenant General said, "Oh no, I wanted 367." Lieutenant General, you'll have to wait for your spin. All right, go west. Where'd you see your name in here? And I'm not going to worry about the whole shuffle thing. I think the spin is sufficient. All right. Spinning. Lieutenant General says, I'm winning next. Ah, sorry, that's Nazman. Nazman, you here? I don't think I saw their name earlier. You know, I'm to keep things quick. I'm gonna say the names, and then I'm just gonna keep spinning. So you know, if Nazman shouts out in the chat, we'll keep an eye on the chat. But I'm just gonna keep on going. Jared Hucci over on YouTube says, "What chat are you reading?" I am reading from Twitch right now. Twitch is much more active, so if you want to hang out with all the cool kids and have access to more prizes through points and things like that, you should head on over to Twitch. But we like our YouTube viewers too. We got some OG viewers, been watching us for like 5 years over on YouTube. All right, we're gonna spin again. Sir Alekin. Sir Alekin, I know you're in the chat. What are you going for, Sir Alekin? 366. All right. Spinning again. Oak 6. Oak 6, are you here? I don't think I saw you say anything. I'm going to hit remove. And I'm going to mark them. So any of the ambassadors who aren't here for the spin, they're just going to get what they get after the show. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Spinning again. D-Gen, aka Hooner, are you here? I know it's very late for some of our ambassadors who are in, like, some of them are in Europe. Right, spin again. Sparky Snickle. Sparky, are you here? I don't think I saw you say anything. All right, Sparky, give a shout out if you arrive. Spin again. Lori G. Lori G. Lori G's usually here, but I don't think I've seen her say anything. Lori G, are you lurking? All right. We're going to spin again. Huddle Hill, I know you're here. Doodoo Ninja, welcome from YouTube. You know, this Twitch is where all the cool kids are at. Huddle, which number do you want? Between, what was it? Between 354 and 377. Oh, did Lori pick 354? Oh, hey, Lori. On mute in car. Oh, no. Drive safe, please. So Lori G wanted 354. And Hoddle. Go West is saying that you should pick 357. I don't know why. I mean, they're all cool, but I don't know why that one specifically. 355. All right. Auto got 355. Blue Tulip. Which one's 355? Oh, nice. Very, very like goth and punk. The antlers are pretty cool, I will admit. I do like to toot my own horn about the antlers. The bluest one is 373. Okay. Is that oh, because it's got the diamond skin. All right, blue tulip. 373. Batman. Batman, are you here? Where's Batman? Spin it again. Fighting crime at the moment. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Nobble. Nobble, I saw you in the chat. Which number you want? Another spin. The yoke's on you. Is our next winner? Yoke's on you, are you here? I don't think I've seen your name pop up in the chat. Oh, there you are. Aha. Okay. Yoke's on you. I gotta wait for Nobble's reply first though, cause they are in the chat. I just let fate decide. Oh gosh. Okay. All right, Nobble. Then I'll put you on the list of the ambassadors who weren't here, and they'll get a random assignment. All right. And Yokesan, you said 374. 374. Okay, so far no overlaps. We're doing good. Okay. Lucas is right. Where are you? Lucas. Lucas is probably enjoying his Saturday. As he does these days. All right. Next spin. Jazz Wolf. Jazz Wolf, are you with us? Jazz Wolf already has more Wizzies than anybody else. And she's going to get another. Sebga. Nice. Wait, whose is this? I don't know who Sasapo is. Sebga, did I see you in the chat earlier? I thought I did, but there's a bunch of people chatting, and I might have missed your name. All right, put a mark by Sebga's name. All right, we've only got a few spins left here. And then we're going to do a giveaway form for the viewers. And the viewer, so with ambassadors who haven't chosen, that leaves more options open for whatever viewers win. Actually, I should get that giveaway form ready. Metadreamer. Metadreamer, you here? I haven't seen Metadreamer in the chat in a long time. Can you witness a viewer too? Hee hee. Maybe. Maybe. You know, if you win on the giveaway form as somebody who already just won an avatar during the stream, maybe I'll give you a Santa Wizzy NPC. How about that? It's like a consolation prize. Oh, I clicked the wrong form. You have one? Well, then you'll have two. There's no restriction on how many Santa Wizzies you can have. There we go. All right. Next one. You can always re-gift a Santa Wizzy. They don't mind. CGB Mass, which is Cryptogene, I think. Did I get the name right? I think it's Cryptogene. Something like that. Dr. Metaverse says yes. Yep, it is. Okay. All right, but no response. So we're going to move along. Once I put the mark here. Another spin. Ooh, it's so close. Oh, the BitFox. You'll sit it out, Hodl? That's fair. Knowing Hodl's luck, we just like one of these Wizzies will magically turn into another another Archmage. 377 says the BitFox. All right. Only 4 left. Some of these I know are here. Ian the IT guy. What would you like? $370. Whoa, with a bunch of Kirby's. You were waiting for that. Right. Ian the IT guy, 370. You're welcome. Lieutenant General! Lieutenant General's been waiting so patiently this whole time. Lieutenant General, which one you want? What we got left? I'll let you know if the number's already been picked. Hey, Red Lily Rose, how's it going? Oh, uh-oh. Ad break started. Lieutenant General said all my favorites have been taken. So, it's okay, I can wait. Let's get this form going while that ad runs. Why do I not have the form edit link? Oh, because I'm in the wrong account. That would be why. Red 1376. I feel like that one was taken. Oh, nope, that one's still available. Just double checking. 376 is still available. All right, Lieutenant General 376. Where's your name? There it is. 376. All right. Coin toss between VVox and Doodoo Ninja. I don't know if VVox is here. I know Doodoo Ninja is. And it's Doodoo Ninja! I know you're here. Which one do you want? VVox is here. All right, VVox, you get the last pick. So Doodoo Ninja needs to pick, and then VVox. Diamond Skin, Orange Wizzy, if it's still available. Okay, so that one is number 370. 370 was already picked. A random one is fine otherwise. Okay, let's see. Let's see if another Diamond Skin one is available. So 373 was picked, and 376 I think was also picked. 376, right? Oh, that's the one Lieutenant General just picked. So no other Diamond Skin. 372 maybe. How does a gold skin sound to you? 372. Was he the pink 372? This one has a gold skin, no hat though. Although if you have your ambassador mage hat, it would go nicely with that. Red Lily Rose got a Santa Wizzy, that's right. Spinning for V-Bucks. Oh, it doesn't make a sound. That's not fair. Oh, at least you got applause, at least. All right, V-Bucks. Did you Ninja say anything about the gold one? V-Bucks says 356. 356 for V-Bucks. It makes the ticks between entries. Oh, so if there's only one entry, there's a line. It should make it for the line. Let's see. Three, 5, 4. Doodoo Ninja is fine with a golden one. Okay. All right, let's go with the gold skin for you. 372. 372. All right. So, that was all kind of rapid fire, and I didn't actually have time to make the form and all of that. So, bear with me a second while I make a giveaway form for today. 2020. Make a copy. 1220. And we're going to publish. Copy. All right, here is the giveaway form in the chat. Play a Game for Fun is on a 135 stream streak. That's crazy. That's more than the number of times I typically stream in a year, at least if you count just the Sandbox. Hoping to reach 200. All right, so let's see. How many does that leave me with? I had 22 to select. and I minted 25. So that means we're going to pick 3 winners from the giveaway form. And you'll get to select what's the leftovers, basically. I should show the list, I think. Can I? What's the easiest way for me to show the list? All right, here is who all, or not who already won, but here's what's already been selected by the winners. So we'll let that form run for a little bit. And then you can also browse. Here's the link for my wallet where the avatars currently are, and it's those last 25 Wizzies, or those first 25 at the top. Those are the ones that you can pick from, as long as they have not already been selected. All right. So, oh, I just realized Santa is. No, he's not really covering the list. He's good there. All right. So, while you're filling out that giveaway form, surprise, surprise, it's it's a game jam stream. I didn't know. It was just a little miscommunication. Like, I probably could have figured it out and assumed it, but it wasn't like actually on my actual schedule, which is what I try to follow. So I just I read the game jam announcement that said December 20th was the stream, and it just kind of went through my eyeballs and out my ears. Someone grabbed their sand domains. I did. So they reserved Wizzy for me, and then I was like, you know what? I might as well grab Kamisazi and the Council. They were only $5 for a year. I don't know that I'm going to use them for anything, but I like having them like reserved, basically. So let's go to events. Future Tech Game Jam. So, there's the top 10 places, and then there were 5 honorable mentions this time. It does say up to 10. Usually there's 10, but I guess there was only 5 this time. I was the council is not currently running the game jams. I was one of the judges on this jam, and I was the only one. So Joe and Panda and the other people on my team who oftentimes are judges on the jam were not involved in this one. So I don't know why it was 5 instead of 10 selected, but that's what got selected. So if you have any questions about the selection process and stuff, there is a page on the docs.sandbox.game site, DOCS, not DOX, and that kind of explains how the judging process works. But if you have any questions beyond that, you can direct them towards Coco on the Sandbox Discord in the Game Jam channel. Better to have them than have someone else grab them. Absolutely. Yeah, and this time I can like somebody else has the council on Twitter and they don't use it for anything. It's just kind of a dead account, and the at the council tech, that's not actually our company name. It's just the council, but our website is thecouncil.tech because thecouncil.com again was already taken. It's like not a super uncommon name for a company, but it's the Council of Wizzies, but I didn't want to make the Council of Wizzies the whole LLC name, so it's just the council. And I'm hoping that Twitter lets me take the council because people keep on calling it the council tech, and I'm like, even Joe, and I'm like, that's not the company name. Um, you're tied into the $40 a month plan to keep them. What? What's is there another? Because it used to be the business tier was like really expensive for like the gold check mark. Is there like another tier in between now? You stop subscribing, it goes back to the old name. They still have the business above. Premium, then premium plus. You need to grab the handles. I thought you could do it with just a regular premium, which is like, is it like $9 or something? I don't remember. Anyway, it's like not the end of the world if I don't have that name, but at least I have it on Sandchain. So anyway, you can look at all, it's the same rules pretty much as all the other game jams. You can look at all the rules here. We've only got about an hour, and I want to actually play some of the games. I'm only going to play them for a few minutes each. So we'll go through those, and I guess I should announce who the winners were. So I guess the prizes already went out, so people know who they are. But in case you didn't know, in case you weren't paying attention, in case you didn't feel like looking it all up, the honorable mentions went to. Let me make sure I'm looking at that team name here. Human versus Tech by Cash, aka Cash Voxels. Sentinel Array by Muse Genie. AI Doomsday by Stephanie Steven and Biagi. Project Deadeye by Mass Pepper. And Echoes of Tomorrow by Crispet. Those are the honorable mentions. And then the top 10. You know, I'm gonna how easy is it? That's loud. How easy is it for me to show? And I would show it on here, but unfortunately, like, you can't see the full name on most of them. Like this one, Future Tech Game Jam Quantum. It's like quantum what? You don't see the I don't know if it's Quantum Tunneler or Quantum. It's Quantum something. And you don't see the full name until it's actually loading, and then it shows at the bottom corner of the screen. So you can find all of these if you go to everybody that was in the competition. If you go to like page, I think it starts on page 5, maybe 4. Yeah, page 5 of the Game Maker gallery. And then just look for anything that says Future Tech Game Jam, and they're pretty much all up there. All right, so in 10th place was Plinko 2099 by Bago Games. In 9th place was Last Citadel by Marshall 17. In 8th place was Solar Rings by Greater Works Studio. In 10th place was Asteroid Arena by John Crow Entertainment. I lost count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. In 6th place was Cosmic Battle by Toby and Craft. In 5th place was Mindstream Runner by Sir Alikin and Julianto Voxel. Congrats, Sir Alikin. In 4th place was Pathogen Purge by Kajoijid. In 3rd place was Genesis by Vox Machina Studios. In 2nd place was Duckfall Protocol by IZA Voxel Lab. And in 1st place was Escape from Bumpkus by Sanja and Brave Blocks. Congrats to everybody. Some of these games are absolutely amazing. I mean, all the top 10 are good, but some of these in particular are like really good. And I wasn't assigned to write feedback on all the games. I was only assigned to write feedback on half the games Fortunately, most of the games that were in my like top 10, I got to write feedback on, and I tried to be really thorough with my feedback. I probably wrote too much. Um, Complimenting what was good, but also like where I could see the game could like expand to be more, because you only have so much time in the game jam, and I'd really like to see these games succeed in attracting players because they're just good. um so like in particular, I thought I'm just gonna shout out some of the names here and we'll play them too, but Duckfall Protocol, Pathogen Purge, and Solar Rings, um and Asteroid Arena, I think were like four of my top ones where I was like, this is just a like, not even considering the sandbox, they're just good games that I would really like to see get wide attention from people. And there were other games in there that were really good too. Um, was it the Echoes game? Which one was it? There was another one that was mm, oh, Mindstream. Was it Mindstream Runner? Yeah, Sir Alec, it was your game, Mindstream Runner. That was another one that I was like, this was like an amazing game, um, and you should be getting my feedback soon on that. So just some like suggestions on things that, um, just my opinion as somebody who's played a whole ton of games. And I try to make suggestions that I know are possible for the sandbox. I know that not every judge in sandbox games has always um, been a builder also in the sandbox. I think everybody currently judging was, at least the, I don't know how much experience Coco has in building in the sandbox, but I think he knows like what's doable in the sandbox just because he's on staff. But um, I think the other judges in this jam in particular were also builders, so they do have a lot of experience in the game maker. Um, but I know in the past there have been some judges who might make a suggestion, and I see this suggestion, and I might like let them know they need to adjust it because like that's just not something that's possible with the game maker. Like they're suggesting a feature that can't be done. So I try to make sure that my suggestions are realistic for what you can do. Um, and Yeah, I would just love to see these games succeed and get a lot of players. So definitely like try to make some videos and share them to social media and just get people's eyeballs on them, get people playing them. You should be able to. A lot of the winners already have land, but you should have more land because of the jam. So get them published, get them out there, keep them up to date, um, and try to give some incentives where maybe players can support you somehow. All right, so um, I'm gonna focus on games that I haven't played on stream yet. We played Plinko 2099 on stream, I think, didn't we? I feel like I remember. No, we did play Plinko 2099 on stream. I feel like there was some issues with it, but I think we got the idea. Um, let's see. Last Citadel, did we play that one on stream yet? We did not. This one was pretty cool too. Let's see. Here it is. So while that's loading, I'm going to share the giveaway form one more time. Hey there over on YouTube. It is a real stream. I don't know how to say your name because it looks like it's in Russian. But I was reading off stuff. But this is a real stream. Just I don't always have eyeballs on the chat because I was reading some stuff off to the side. Let's see. Where's the giveaway form? Here it is. Most of the chatters are over on Twitch too, so I interact with them more often just because they're here. Um, there's more of them to talk to. But yeah, I do try to keep an eye on the Twitter and YouTube chatters as well. I actually have like multiple. You can see what I see if I do this. This is what I see. So everything. I have to look at two chats at the same time, basically, and everything goes into the restream chat. But I keep the Twitch one as its own thing because there's extra alerts and stuff, so it just ends up being really complicated. And I only have so much. I say I only have so much screen space, except I've got like giant screens, just everything's so big. You played season 2 and won an alpha pass. That's great. So you've been around a while. All right, let's jump into this game. So this is The Last Citadel by Marshall 17. Dr. Rick, you finally made it. I'm Dr. Rick. You must be the soldier sent from Central Command, right? Correct, Doctor. Is the situation really that bad? Worse than you think. This is the last laboratory on Earth. Future robots keep attacking. They believe humans are the root of all problems. And my job is to keep this lab standing? Exactly. We don't have much time. I'll manage all defense systems, but only you can face them on the Wee woo, wee woo. What was that? No, this can't be. They've already breached the perimeter. Robots? Human detected. Time to eliminate. Great, they're already inside. Quick, soldier, engage it. I'll activate the backup defense grid. Just buy us some time. Understood. All right, I'm not going to read the tutorial because I already know how to play. So, we only have so much energy. We could play cards 1 through 4 based on what energy we have. This mad robot can take 15 damage, and none of our attacks can do 15 damage. So we're going to use this Plasma Strike. And then we have to make sure that we select the right zone to attack on. Will there be another season? Yeah, we just finished season 6? It was 6, right? My brain's a little frazzled. I think that people have been talking about the plans for another season next year, but I'm not on staff anymore, so I actually don't get the inside scoop. So all I can tell you is what's public info and be like, I've heard that they're working on stuff. But as far as what that season is going to have, I have no idea. All right, we got 5 left. Let's do 3. And we got attack A again. All right, got a crawler, but we only have 1 energy left. And we can't really recover. I mean, there's nothing to recover, so we're going to end our turn. We got a little hit there. All right. We've only got 1 enemy, but all we've got is ion blasts. 6 to 9. Yeah, this should do it. Fortunately, we can't do another attack like that, so we have to end our turn. We only had 2 energy, or only 1 energy. All right. And now we don't have the one that can attack both of them. Oh well. So we can do attack to A. We might as well heal, because we can. And we're gonna attack B. Lord G says, I'm at medieval times. I will be cheering for the green team. Green seems to be a theme. What is it like? Is it like a Ren fair? I'm not sure what medieval times is. All right. So I am out of energy. So we're gonna end the turn. How can you be American and not know medieval times? The name sounds vaguely familiar. Did they go to that on like an episode of Simpsons or Doug or something? I feel like I remember a cartoon where they went to something called Medieval Times. Um, but also, Red Lily Rose, you're American, right? You know this is a huge country. Cable Guy? What? Like the movie Cable Guy? I've not watched that movie. All right. Ion Blast, we might be able to get rid of all these in one move. Oh, so close. All right, well, we're gonna have to use this one. Don't, it's the worst scary movie ever. Okay. It's like Burger King. It's like burger and fries. You need to take your family to one ASAP. Where are they? I have no idea where they are. Medieval Times, Dinner and Tournament. It looks like the nearest one to me is like an 8-hour drive away. Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Eight hours is a drive next door. Oh, it's only 3 hours away. It's in northern New Jersey. It's right outside of New York City. So I actually basically drove past it this summer. It like literally I drove past it this summer. Taking my daughter to a dance competition in New Jersey. It was just like on the other. Yeah, we drove literally right past it. We were like 5 minutes away from it on the highway. Madzulus says it's crap. Random statement. Yeah, it is random. You totally derailed me. I was just like, what is this thing we're talking about? We went to the Renaissance Fair, the Connecticut Renaissance Fair this fall, which was a lot of fun. So, all right, I need the ones that will get rid of all of them, but I guess we can. Oh no, I attacked the wrong one. I clicked too quickly and I forgot we already killed A, so that was a waste of a move. But we'll heal and we'll try to actually attack something that's active. So that was one of my feedback. I think I wrote this feedback. It was that you can't you can accidentally attack something that's not there, which just wastes a turn. Actually, I don't think I wrote feedback for this one. I think that was somebody else's task. I thought about what I would write when I realized that I actually wasn't assigned to this one. So all the user interface stuff is actually really impressive. The way the cards like move up on the screen and stuff. I really like all that, but I will say that this game is too hard. I was not able to beat it. I always run out of HP before I get to the last wave. Even when I have like a perfect game, I make no mistakes. I think I get like extra damage at the start of every turn. See, I got a little damage there, and then I get a little damage again. We also start with 200 out of 100 HP, which is unusual. But I try not to think too hard about it. Yeah, we'll use this one first, and then see. Sounds unbeatable. Yeah, I did. I played this probably for about an hour, over and over again, trying to beat it, and I was not able to. Just because you take too much damage, so that the healing, it almost feels like a waste of time. Because that little attack that we get at the start of every turn is like, I think, more than what we get from healing. Hey, not Jackie Chan, how's it going? It's usually around like wave 9, I think, that I die. I think I'm doing okay right now. Except these guys are gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, that HP starts going down real fast at the end. Green seems to be extremely popular and tied to the colored team randomly such. Oh. Yeah, so yeah, so the basically the for the Christmas event, if I get everything up and running, the participation item will be green and the winner item will be red. So that's what the voting was for. So everybody's actually going to get the green one, but only the winners will get the red one. Hey, RXO Base, how's it going? Iverson says, it wasn't a bad game. It had some issues, especially about the first other option. We're not working. Wait, what? The first other options were not working except the option. I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that. All right, we got full energy, so but we've only got 29 health. I'm gonna have to use. Oops, my one key's right next to the escape, so click the wrong one. EMP and plasma weapons have A, B, and C options, but other than the A option, I guess the other options don't work. I guess the other options. I think all the options worked for me. The card that doesn't have A, B, and C, it's because it hits all of the enemies at once. My issue with the game is that we lose health too fast. So watch, I'm gonna take damage right now. Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, because it's a new group. So watch what happens when I end my turn. Look at my HP. I'm gonna end the turn, and I go from 34 to 17 before they even. Oh, I guess they. Okay, I feel like maybe the timing is off. Sometimes it looks like I take damage as the new group comes in, at the start of their turn. But it may be just like the timing not always lining up correctly on stuff. But now I've got 7 health, and I somehow need to get another wave done, and it's not gonna. I can't do enough damage. So I think it has some balancing issues, because the health recovery is not enough to keep me alive. They're going to do more than 12 damage in this turn, so I have no way to survive. I think I only messed up like one turn, I think. So we were defeated. So I like the game. I think that it needs some balancing, because I've played, I don't know, at least 10 times and have not been able to beat it. All right, so that was Last Citadel. Now for one of my favorites was Solar Rings. So this, it was a little, it's a little weird, maybe a little confusing at first, but it's actually a really cool setup. I'm not going to play through the whole game because it's a little bit long. I don't know what all these things are. DU. There's like a bunch of these. Was there like another game jam going on somewhere else? Because these are all different accounts. But like, somebody's making a bunch of stuff. And these are all different accounts. And these all just popped up in the last few days. I have no idea what DU stands for. But they all, like right after the Future Game Jam ended, all these popped up like while judging was going on. These just all loaded in one day, and I'm just like, where did all these games come from? And like I said, they're all different accounts. So I don't know what that's about. It's interesting though. All right, where is Solar Rings? There we go. This is Greater Work Studio. Has to be some competition somewhere. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It looks, because they're not all like templates necessarily. The year is 2950. Scientists have detected a chain of incoming solar storms. In 50 years, a massive superstorm will strike, powerful enough to erase all life on Earth. To survive, humanity must expand beyond its own world, but building new colonies demands enormous energy and resources, so Solar Rings project has begun. Construct energy harvesting rings around the sun, strengthen humanity's off-world colonies, and complete the solar rings before the superstorm arrives. The future of our species is in your hands. All right, so first off, the presentation, absolutely wonderful. Watch what happens when I press shift. Whee! All right, so we got to start building some colonies. We got one on Earth. Let's see if we can afford the moon. 6 materials, expect to upkeep 3. Okay, cost of materials is 15 material and 30 energy. We can afford that. So we just built a colony on the moon. We should probably shoot down this comet. If I can catch up to it. Good grief. It goes very fast. There we go. All right, let's see how much we got. 14 energy, 47 material. Let's see if Mars is affordable. Do 20 material, 45 energy. We do not have enough energy. Let's see if we can upgrade the sun. Make a solar ring, 10 energy output, costs 50 material. We can do that. And then you get to watch it build. It's pretty cool. But as soon as it completes, we get invaded by aliens. Ooh. Ah! Why is the alien invader not dying? There we go. Were there more? Was it just the one? Okay. Oh. Not asteroids. So I kind of dislike the asteroids because they move so fast. Ah! It's a little bit difficult to spot them. Fortunately, repairing the sun is pretty affordable. 30 material, easy. All right, we have enough energy for Mars now. And you get to watch the cities bloom. It's so cool. We got a lot of material, not a lot of energy. Let's see. Venus is available. 60 energy, not quite there yet. Can we wait a few minutes? Do we have time? We do have to do all this in the next 35 years. So there is a time limit on all of this. Get over here, Mercury. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, of course we can afford that. Whoop! I crashed into the comet. The comet does occasionally... I'm not sure if it's the comet or something else. Oh, wait. You know, I never tried to reach Neptune, but it's out there. You just can't get to it. You can get to Saturn, though. Can't afford that. What about Titan? Nope. That's not what I wanted to select. I wanted to build on Titan. Get over here. I know you can build on Titan because I've done it before. There we go. Yeah. Got it. All right, we need more energy output. We got plenty of material. And we've got 26 years remaining. Yeah, playability was my main issue with No, they destroyed Mars. We're getting invaded and asteroids at the same time. There's It hit me. Well, I sacrificed myself to save it, I guess. So yeah, playability of the combat's not so good. But I think it could be a little bit better. And I think the saving factor is that the other things are kind of easy. And then we can just get more. You can just go on right to the next one. Solar storm at the same time? No! Ah! Too much at once. Get off me. So I didn't encounter that on my other playthrough, on my first playthrough with getting it's like doubling up the things right now. It's like you wanted to have two disasters at the same time, right? All right. I think we can afford the next one, right? 500 material? Oh, no, we can't. But we do have plenty of energy, so let's get some more material production going. They destroyed civilization on Earth! No! It's okay, we can rebuild it. And every once in a while, I'm not sure if it's something with a projectile. It seems like while I'm shooting, sometimes I launch myself forwards. All right, we have to repopulate Earth. But basically, I'd like to see this be a longer game, like have the years go by slower, or have a longer timeline to work with. And be able to get like multiple levels of planetary upgrades. I don't know if anybody, I can't remember what the name of the game was. There was a mobile game that came out like, gosh, it has to be like 15 years ago. Where you could, it was like Terraform something, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a mobile game. And you could terraform planets, and you had to like manage their levels, and it was like SimCity, but like way pared down as far as like the number of more complex like strategy, but not as complex like world building. Where are they? Ah! No, stop destroying my colonies. Okay, we're gonna build the next layer. We're gonna ignore these things because we've only got 4 years left. We have the material right now. Damn it. I think it's not working right now. There was a aspect where the there we go. Okay, yay, we beat it. I said I wasn't gonna play the whole thing, but it's too fun. The asteroids, I think before we're building up the counter for the event, the crowd event, and it was not doing that this time. I'm not sure why. All right, Asteroid Arena. This was another good one. This one is by John Crow, and I think the main thing that I'm not sure about whether I like it or not, is that you don't slide, that you don't maintain momentum. And it's like that. It's funny because that's like the most annoying thing about the original Asteroids game is the realism in that you keep drifting if you stop moving. So it's very difficult to like balance your movement. So we got to make sure that we keep our fuel, and we don't die, and we don't overheat our weapon. Give me some asteroids. I'll take fuel. So, like, we maintain a little bit of momentum. I feel like I was stopping instantly before. I wonder if they updated it because it's done now. I haven't seen any asteroids yet. Nope, there we go. I spoke too soon. I feel like there wasn't drifting before, or maybe there was just too much going on the screen and I didn't notice it. There's definitely, I think, like, not enough drifting though, because you can't really strafe. I'm not sure if, and it's funny because I think I played the whole game without realizing I could rotate the camera. I think if you were to, I'm not sure how this works because I haven't tried it out since since 1.0 came out. It's so weird to not say 0 first. If you have camera facing object holding, I'm not sure if you can like aim the camera one way and then move the other way. I don't think that works. But it would be cool if it did. It'd be cool to be able to like fire backwards as you like back away from something, because right now as it is you have to like line up your shot and then fire. Hey. I'm getting tense. Eh? All right. So, Panda told me that I'm not supposed to play the games all the way through. But I don't know. I like playing the games all the way through. So how much time we got? Oh, we only got 30 minutes left. I got a bunch more games to go through. So check this one out for yourself. This one's actually a lot of fun. Do it. All right. We're going to go back to the gallery. Then we've got Cosmic Battle by Toby and Craft. Goa says next. Yes. Although I could keep playing that one for a while. Although my I start getting like twitchy movements and to control the ship, and I can feel my arm tightening up. It's going like, hey, you're getting old. It's about time you should start suffering from carpal tunnel. Cosmic Battle. Let's see. Am I missing it? The search has been like really finicky for me. We were having a hard time finding some of these games. I mean, I just kind of did them in order from the gallery. But some of the other judges, I'm like, it's there. Oh, wait. This one, I think it said that it was uploaded like before the deadline, but somehow it like got moved. Maybe. Which one was this? I got the video here just in case. Okay, yeah, this one was like a top-down shooter, or like a scrolling shooter, kind of like Invaders. But I don't see it now. Am I just missing it? Oh, here it is. It's because there's nothing in the icon. One release was kind of surprised to me. It was a surprise to me too. All right, we're gonna speed through the story here. The story's not very important here. It's just your basic, like, I mean, what they did was some impressive stuff. I don't remember that nuclear power icon being there before. The emoji. What's impressive is like the cinematic here. Like the amount of detail in it is actually pretty neat. People have really been upping their game with cinematic storytelling. So some of the things that I noticed in this is that it's interesting mechanics having it being right click and left click instead of, say, arrow keys. But I found that the missile or the missile launches on the asteroids here were not great. There we go. You can eventually hit them. I think I lost on like the last level after like not being able to hit all the asteroids. All right, you know, I might have beaten it. I don't remember now. But the transitions like this, all the cinematic stuff is really cool. I think that's what really shined in this. The upgrade system though did not feel, again, cool cinematic storytelling here. Although the emoji earth, I swear the emojis weren't in there before. I think the issue I have with the upgrade system is that typically in games like this, you get the power-ups during play, or if you get it after play, you get a choice in what it is. In this one, the power-ups are just, you just have like a different weapon set each level, so it takes the player agency out of it and doesn't really feel as much like a reward because it's not happening during the gameplay. No! I'm remembering what I didn't like about the asteroids is it's just a very... It kind of slows the momentum of the game a bit for me. All right. So then we get a weapons upgrade, and we fire more shots. And it kind of continues on like that until I feel like one of the later stages, the asteroids are actually coming towards us instead of across the screen. So see, our weapons have got a little upgrade. Yeah, I agree, Bryson, that the cinematics were definitely the best part. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Which is Mindstream Runner. This was Sir Alakins. This one had, I think, some of the coolest storytelling in it. I mean, there were other games that had good storytelling, but I think this one like caught my attention. Where is it? There it is. I did put in the notes for this that I wanted some like saved recollections for like if there's alternate endings, or like I would like to like know that I could keep on playing to try to get different endings. Like if I get out in more loops or fewer loops. You'll see. Where am I? What is this place? This looks like the lab, but I don't remember lying down or stepping inside the pod. Was the transfer already started? I didn't authorize anything yet. Ah, you're awake. Good. Please step into the capsule so we can begin the experiment. What experiment? Just a simple initialization. Nothing to worry about. Why a capsule? Protocol. Now, before entering the Mindstream simulation, you must understand how data behaves here. Basically, we want to gather the green blocks, avoid the red blocks, and avoid the blue blocks. Blue blocks make the screen go all crazy, and it makes it harder to tell what you're doing. Red blocks reduce data, green blocks increase data. Cool little transition screens here. I am not doing a end-of-year award show. I don't know if there's going to be one, but I'm not involved. So we need to not let that catch up to us, because that hurts. And we need to collect the green things. But what we really need to collect are the crystals. And you might not notice the crystals at first because they're not mentioned in the instructions, which I think is on purpose. They don't talk about finding the crystals. Now there are sometimes where I feel like there's not quite enough room to get around blocks that we don't want to hit. But for the most part, it's not too challenging of a game, but I feel it's just challenging enough. Although I think sometimes these sections of the game, I feel like it could be a little bit shorter to make the loops a little snappier, so you don't get tired of them, or so you can have a break. Because having to constantly run for the entirety of a level can be a little bit stressful. Like, it's catching up with me. Oh no. Crystal. I missed. Oh no. I can't see anything anymore. That's the first time I've died. The entire first time I played it, I never died, but I also wasn't talking when I played before. Do I get a game over? Perception unstable. I actually don't know what happens if I die. Loading. Honestly, I had no idea what would happen if I died. Wait, I already said that. So you start having deja vu. It's like Groundhog Day. You just keep on like restarting, and you can talk to them again, and they'll go like, "Oh, there's nothing unusual going on." Part of what happens is I started walking instead of running accidentally. You just have to turn on permanent running. But basically, if you collect the shards that the robot totally does not tell you about, because they're being sneaky, you can find a way out of here. But if you fill up your memory stability, then it ends the loop, but you start a new loop. It basically keeps on telling you that you can't go any further, and then you restart with no memory. But the memory shards are what like make you realize what's going on. Ooh. Sometimes I start focusing on the crystals too much and like forget to get the green things. Ooh. Oh, no. I don't know what happens if you get too many red ones and the memory stability goes to 0. I imagine that would also give you a game over, but I'm not sure. Or not a game over, but end the loop. When not talking about the game, I can lock in pretty easily. Oh, okay. I thought I had more room. All right, so I mean, this is what most of the game is like. Then there's some story bits that happen if you beat the levels. I'll let you discover them on your own, because I think the game is fun on its own, and I don't want to spoil the endings for you. So I'll let you figure that out on your own. So we only got 10 minutes left, and we got multiple games to do, including some really awesome ones. So Pathogen Purge. There's no more time. Oh, wait. We have a giveaway going. I'm going to share the link one more time for the giveaway. Pathogen Purge was one of the first games I played, I think. Should be as Purge Protocol. Whoa. Wait, what? We just have scrolling now? I didn't know that. It just goes through the pages, and you can do it like that. I just did it accidentally. I had no idea you could do that. Okay, that's cool. Pathogen Purge. Where is it? This is Kajoy and this game is just beautiful. I mean, just the artwork is great. Aesthetically, it makes sense with what it is. I had a bunch of tips for Kajoy in my notes about like how you could expand this game to be a little bit more, like not just like the set of things to do here, but have like infinite modes and kind of like management things going on. Basically, you just heal people. So we'll go to the lungs, clear the infected blood. The gameplay itself is pretty simple. So one of my comments was, you know, how can we make this a little more challenging and engaging? So I had some suggestions about like, okay, maybe infected blood like spawns while the virus is still active. Maybe like bad things happen if you use the wrong treatment. We gotta go back to the lungs with our treatment, get rid of the virus. Because as it is, the running around is pretty simple. So I think there's more that could be done to make the gameplay itself really fun. But I'll just show you around like the body here, which is pretty cool. So pretty much most of these, the illness will be in more than one place. So we can check out the brain. We can go to the heart. Just really cool animations. I love the way the red water looks like a bloody background. Lungs. I just noticed the lungs aren't breathing though, and the heart was pumping. So I gave just a bunch of tips on like ways that the gameplay could be a little more detailed, and some like quality of life things, because right now you have to jump through the levels to, like, when we go to get the treatment here, then we have to go back to the body part instead of just staying at the body part we are. So there's like a few, like, that's just kind of players might see that as tedious. And then like this does nothing because it's the wrong treatment. Maybe there should be a penalty for that. Like, and these things should be making diseased blood the whole time that we're waiting to treat, because there's no real time limit here, I don't think. The health doesn't go down as we wait. So, yeah, there's definitely more challenge that could be made there. But the visuals are there. And so I suggested that when you select patients, maybe there's a triage to it. So, you know, pick the cases that are more severe and more of an emergency and treat them first. Have time aspects to all of them, so that way, you know, you manage your time properly. Have an infinite mode where you know you see how many patients you can treat before you lose one. Um, you know, different things like that could be a lot of fun. All right, let's see. Let's close up that giveaway form. And let's see who our winners are. All right, we've got 31 entries. Oops. So, random number generator between 2 and 32. 28. All right. Pichikuma, are you here? Pichikuma, are you in the chat still? I don't see you in the chat anymore. All right. We will give this next game as your timer to respond, and then we'll roll again. All right, the next one was Genesis. Okay, we're not gonna play the whole. I'll play a level, and then we'll get back to the giveaway. This one has multiple levels, and this is an on the rails shooter. Really good art direction, although I expect nothing less from Vox Machina. All right, and then we shoot. Eventually. Are they on YouTube? I don't think so, but I will double check. So one of my main... Oh, I forgot to reload! Ah! One of my main issues with this was that there's no automatic fire, which meant that my finger was very sore by the end of the game. Each shot is a single click. And I would have liked to see some like different upgrades available throughout. But what was neat is that once you beat the whole game, there is a like a hardcore mode that you can do. And I appreciated that this is all one level, and we like go through it in different paths, so they efficiently like reused the space to load up the bombs in different positions. Then there's a big boss fight at the end of the last level, which was interesting. I was like, there's a twist in there that I wasn't expecting, um, which made it a longer and more difficult battle, and I was like, no. So I'll let you figure that out for yourself. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's check the YouTube chat. I do not see them on YouTube, so we're gonna roll again. I think they pieced out. So re-rolled is a 20. And number 20 is Rykopath. Rykopath, are you still here? Let me know. Hey, Rykopath. All right, so this is the list of already selected avatars. I need you to pick which avatar you want from OpenSea. If you look at my profile here, there are... I didn't mean to cover up the numbers. There are 25 here at the top, minus the ones that have already been picked. Is 217 open? I believe so. It is. And actually I like 217, so good pick. So Rykopath, you got 217. All right. I've got 2 more to give away. So we are going to roll again. $25. Blood type over on Twitch. Are you still here? And I'll put that 217 has been picked. It was not a game that gave you a lot of pleasure role playing. Hey, blood type. Okay, so which of these avatars do you want? The numbers are kind of hard to see. Just know that they're like in order. So this is 377. Oh, they're not in order. Okay, well, good luck. if you click on OpenSea there on the link I put in the chat, you can view them all up close. Let me know which one of these you want that's not already selected from this list. It's not this number. That's a ranking number of the currently minted ones. You want to go with the one in the name. So this is Wizzy the Red 365, Wizzy the Black 369, Wizzy the Blue 363. So that's where you find the number. And let me know which one you want of these. That's not one of these. I didn't really have any issues with the targeting in the game. Field of view is more narrow than I typically like my first person shooters to be, but also the first person in the sandbox in general is a more narrow field of view than I like in first person. I like having a nice wide view in first person. If it's like 90 degrees or more, I'm good. But I thought, as far as shooter games in the sandbox goes, pretty good. The fact that it moves automatically as an on-rail shooter means that you can focus on the actual shooting and not worry too much about running around, which I do like running around. You can still move, so I like that part of it. I did have suggestions that I would like to see more environment things going on. So there are the explosive red barrels and the green health barrels that you can get, but I would like to see some power-ups in there, like your own like missiles you could launch and stuff. I would also like to see Easter eggs hidden behind like wall panels that, you shoot a wall and then the panel falls off or something and you're like, whoa, there's something back there. That would be cool. Or even like alternate paths possibly. Those were always fun with on the rail shooters when like you open up a passageway and like it changes the trajectory of the level. I can't think of any games off the top of my head. I mean, that happens in racing games all the time. I can't think of any I don't play a lot of on the rail shooters, so I can't think of any specifically that have done that, but I would like to see that in a game like this. 353. All right, let me double check the list. 353 has not been picked. So blood type, you are now Wizzy 353. Congrats. Which one is that? Or I can do this. I feel like we looked at this one earlier. It's blue. Did somebody? I guess, yeah, nobody picked it. I did. I pulled this one up specifically earlier. That's why the name sounded familiar. All right. That'll get sent out later. And one more roll. And it is 2. Ooh, all the way at the beginning. All right. Go West. I see you there. Go West. You remember what we said? I'll send you a Santa Wizzy. I'm going to roll another number here. 28. Did we already roll 28? That was Vichikuma. Try that again. 11. Last year trier. You here? Yep, go West, Santa Wizzy, and reroll. Last year trier. Are you still in the chat? I don't see you on Twitch. Are you watching on YouTube? I think you're usually on Twitch, right? I don't see him. All right. We'll load up the next game. And we'll see if last year trier appears. I think we got 2 left. Escape. I'm gonna do them out of order. I'm gonna play 1 and then 2 because I think 2 was actually my favorite. I mean, 1's good. I'm saving the best for last, I think. So in first place was Escape from Bombkus, which I'm curious to know if the person who made it saw my tutorial on the thing that they made, or if they figured it out on their own. I never got around to finishing it, like many things, just because I got busy with other stuff. Let's see. Where is Escape from Bumpkus? Oh, I hope they didn't take it down. Oh, here it is. All right, last year trier. Are you here? No? Okay. So, I do like so this is a Portal clone. I do like that Dr. Bombkus is looking like the G-Man up in the windows of Half-Life games. And yes, this is by Sanja. So my thoughts on this was that towards the end of the game, they give you an actual gun, a blaster. And once I had the blaster, I had no use for portals anymore. The portal mechanic works as well as it can, I think. There's a couple improvements that I would make, or changes that I would prefer to the controls. So like left click is pick up, and then you have to press E to enter portals. The way that I was trying to set up portals is with a trigger volume where you just step into them and it teleports you, which would then leave E available for grabbing things. And then you could use left trigger and right trigger for the portals, instead of having to press the like 1 and 2 keys to switch them. and I feel like that would make a smoother flow to the game. And then, like I said, once we got the blaster, I mean, that's a cool change to keep it to not be just Portal. But I felt like once I had the blaster, there wasn't any real use for it, or any real use for the portals anymore. I was just spamming firing the blaster. All right, so we got a portal here. And blue portal here. So I basically made this mechanic on stream, not as, you know, finished as this. There wasn't a whole game. And I do wonder if they saw that. But they did a good job with like the lights lighting up here. There was something else about the blaster. Oh, with the blaster being there, I wish it was more than just combat with the blaster. I wish that there were more things to do with it, like breaking down walls or something. And I was impressed though by the lasers, though. The fact that we have this laser mechanic in here. So that turns on the platform, which I should have stood on, but we'll wait for it to come back. All right, it's going in through the blue, so let's move the blue portal. But we'll wait till we're actually over here. Okay, so that stops the laser. I'm gonna die if I do that. I need a little bit further. My timing's off. The thing is, I don't want to fall. I guess I can do it the slow way. I'm trying to do it like in fewer number of portal launches, and I'm ending up taking longer than I need to. Oh, I might actually be able to jump that. No, I fell. Never mind. So yeah, the controls being like not what I would expect them to be does like slow me down a bit. Portal is the first Portal game is a game that I replay almost every year. Just because it's a very short game that I can like play in one sitting, and I just like it a lot. I like exploring those spaces, even though I've explored them already. Oh, yeah. What? Where did it? What did I do? All right, so then we get some like that was kind of like the tutorial. So then you get to play through the puzzles, and they're like standard Portal puzzles. Then once you get the blaster, you're like fighting waves of robots. I did find that the waves of robots, they're coming out way too fast. It's like very distracting how fast the robots are appearing. Um, so I felt like the last section was not the strongest. And actually this middle part just has some legitimately good like Portal style puzzles. So I felt like the middle was definitely the best part of the game. Um, they released the game after the deadline. Did they? I don't think they did. Um, December 5th, December 3rd. Was December 3rd the deadline? Um, so there's a jury of 4 judges, and then all of our scores get aggregated. So there's a whole article on how the scoring works. I can give you the link. Um, so these are the different voting criteria. You can get 1 through 5 points on overall creative idea, level design, game design, playability, and then you can get 0, 1, or 2 wow factor bonus points, which are just like because there's not really a criteria for whoa, the cinematics were really cool. Like that's something that I would give a bonus point for. Um, uh, so that's where that comes from. So I was one of the 4 judges. Our scores were all collected, and I don't remember if it's an average of scores or if it's just the totality of the scores. I think it's the totality of the scores from all 4 judges. So the maximum that a game could get would be 5 times 4, 20. So the maximum a game could get from one judge is 22 points. If the with the 4 judges, if all 4 judges gave a perfect score to a game, which I don't think has ever happened, um, then it would get 88 points. Um, yeah, nobody nobody broke 80 points, so there's variations in there. Um, as for the so that's what the jury is the 4 judges, and then there's uh what's the word I'm looking for? Honorable mentions, which the judges can pick. Um, it says, I think it says 15 on the article, or at least it used to. It might be updated. For this one, we were told to pick 10 honorable mention nominees, and then if I don't know exactly what the criteria for the honorable mentions is. I think it's if it got more than 2 honorable mention nominations, then it made the list. So I think that's why there was only 5 honorable mentions instead of 10, just because of where honorable mentions did or didn't overlap. Um, but if you have any questions on how scoring works, Coco's the person to go to with that, because the council used to be in charge of running the game jams entirely, which is not the case anymore. So I was just asked to be on the jury for this one. This is actually the first game jam that I've been on the jury for in a while. I was managing the judges for the council, so it was usually either Panda or Joe as one judge, and then we had another couple people who were the other judge. And sometimes we had 4 judges, sometimes we had 3 judges, sometimes we had 2 judges. It depended on what the current state was with the sandbox. And then the sandbox provided some judges as well. Um, so now the council's not running the game jams anymore, and I was just asked to be a judge, which I had a lot of fun. I probably spent way too much time on it, just because I get really into the games. You know me. I start playing them, a game that's supposed to be like 15 minutes long, and I play it for like an hour because I'm interested in like poking at all the things, and I write really detailed feedback. Um, let's see. Um, yeah, I don't really have anything to say about the other judges. Like these were all single player games, so I wasn't working directly with them. Um, I I think I as you said, you trust me, but I think I've shown through years of doing this that I try to be as impartial as possible. I obviously have builders that I really like what they do, um, but I don't even. I mean, I might see their name somewhere in the process of scoring, but I don't try to look at who made what game when I'm scoring. I am judging based on the game in front of me. So there's no real like uh, thought process that goes into like, oh, I know the person who made this game. Like I know almost all the people who compete in these game jams because I've seen them over the years. Like honestly, if we were judging the game jams based on like whose names I know and whose like stuff that I've liked in the past, we would have like 40 first place winners out of like 55 entries because I don't like this might sound a little what's the word I'm looking for? Um patronizing maybe, but like I know I'm not older than some people who are currently viewing, but like I think you're all like my kids, and I don't have a favorite child here. I want to see all of you succeed. So, um, yeah, I just vote based on the criteria that's listed in that document, and that's me. Um, so, uh, yeah, I think Joe, Panda, and I have made our stance on uh, integrity in how we run things pretty clear over the years. Um, and we've there have been times that we've adjusted how scoring works based on community feedback. That was actually the reason why the council took over in the first place. Um, but we're not in charge anymore, so I all I can do is play the games thoroughly, give good feedback, and vote with my heart. So we are gonna roll the giveaway again because I have not seen anything from whoever it landed on. Who was it that it landed on? I don't remember now. 11. Oh, last year trier. Yeah, I haven't seen anything from last year trier in the chat. So we're gonna roll again. It's a 9, which is Lula Love. Lula Love, are you still here in the chat? I don't see you on Twitch anymore. You can't pick if you're not here. All right, now we're gonna load up the next game, and if Lula Love hasn't returned, then we will move on to the next person. All right, now for what I think was my favorite game. I don't know if this is. I didn't check the numbers to see which one I actually ranked top, but I feel like this was a top one for me because this game was just legitimately very fun and cute. All right. Enemo says, as you already know, our world, Metaland, is under invasion. The cause is the Quacka Federation, a UFO army commanding duck-type life forms. They are consuming Metaland's data itself. If we let this continue, our world will become nothing but a blank void. We are running out of time. Fish Unit, I want you to eliminate the duct-tape life forms of the Quacka Federation to protect Metaland. And this is your equipment. The Digitaco Sweeper. It absorbs ducks and converts them into energy particles. You'll need this energy to ultimately drive off the UFOs. There is one more important thing. The operation time is 5 minutes. Within those 5 minutes, how many decks you can absorb, how much energy you can gather, will determine whether we can repel the UFOs. If you don't reach the required amount, Metaland will collapse completely. In other words, those 5 minutes are your lifeline. First, learn the controls. W to move forward, S to move back, A left, D right. I read A as in a sentence. Space to jump. Try moving a bit. Good. Next, press E to equip the Digitaco Sweeper. While equipped, you'll automatically absorb enemies just by getting close. Learn the distance. Good. Move closer to the pseudo-duck life form in front and try to absorb it. So you can actually skip the tutorial by just running to the door at the end, just so you know. Oh, there's a little... I never noticed there's a little duck up here. Nice. That energy will be stored as energy particles. Your score will increase. This time, you'll carry out the mission while descending from the helicopter. Master your glide. Hold space to start gliding. Use your glide to absorb the pseudo-duck life forms floating in the air. Give it a try. Good. That's it. Well done. Return to me at once, soldier. Okay, so the next part, he just explains, like, how you score. So I'm going to skip it and go right to the game. We're going to get 150 ducks. I didn't mean to fall that far. So this is just kind of like craziness. So we got these hammer ducks that are trying to kill us. There's also shooting ducks that try to kill us. There's bomb ducks that we can't capture. They don't give us any points, and they try to kill us as well. And they killed me. That's okay. We come back. So important thing to remember is that glide, if you press W, you descend faster, which you don't want to do. And I think it was Lucas that helped us figure that out. You get a lot of points from these helicopter ones, but you get the most points from the rainbow ones. So try to get those as quickly as possible. Ah! There's also ones hiding in boxes that give you some extra points. So it helps to try to get to those. And elevators are your friend, although the elevators are not open at the start. All right, I think there's another rainbow one. We can't... I don't think we can reach this one, can we? Yeah, no, it's too high up. Is there another rainbow one we can reach? I don't remember. I think we have to wait for the elevator to open. And they do... I think the elevators open when the game gets halfway? Of course, I'm just running into the bombs. Gates opened. There we go. Oh, it's at 3 minutes. I couldn't stop the sneeze. The rainbow ones are basically essential. You can't skip them. Oh, I think I cheated. You're not... I don't think you're supposed to reach that one that way, although I did. I got it from underneath. Thank you, Romario. How much I got? I need 600, right? I got 2 minutes. You got time. Still need 100 points. Oh no! Okay, if I get that rainbow duck, we're good. I got a minute and a half. I got time. But yeah, I could stand a game like this being longer than 5 minutes. Like, more intricate levels. Ah! What? What? Why did I fall? Okay. Serious time. There we go. 603. We're good. We're good. We're over the score limit. Or score minimum? Whatever you want to call it. I was so close the first time I played this, and I think it's because I missed one of the rainbow ducks. And then this tower fills up with more ducks the more you get to. This reminds me a little bit of, is it Goat Simulator? So there's a few more things that I think would be good to like make this more challenging or more replayability, but it is super duper cute and still pretty fun to run around. We're out of time. Fish unit assemble at the energy tank immediately. There it is, the Quokka Federation's main UFO. If it gets any closer, Metaland will be devoured in an instant. I'm checking the energy particles gathered by the fish unit. It's enough. With this much energy, we can take down the UFO. Energy output to maximum. Lock onto the target. Purification laser fire! Has a nice little cinematic ending, too. We did it! Metaland is saved. So I need this to have like 10 levels, I think. Just like the exact same game mechanics, but you know, across multiple levels. Yeah, that's what I need. All right, so we have not heard from Lula Love. So let's try Giona. Giona, are you here? I see you in the chat. Giona, which Wizzy avatar do you want? That's not been picked already. 359. 359. 359 has not been picked. I don't know which one it is. 359. Nice. Nice pick. Look at those. Look at those arms. Nice armored Wizzy the Black. Very cool pick. All right. Those are all of our giveaways for today. Now, I had said that I wanted to try something. We're 30 minutes over, but I had wanted to try something. And let's try it. So this one is basically a blank multiplayer. We're gonna try publishing this real quick and see what the heck the steel mechanic looks like, because I've not seen it used in a game yet. All right, let's put down a present. We're gonna make it, you know, let's put down a few. we're going to make these pickable. And so camera-oriented disables stealable. Can be stolen. Turn it on. You can have a message on stolen. We're not going to do anything with that right now, but it can be done. Opacity on pick full. I think undroppable also disables stealable. Yeah, it does. All right. So these are the items, and I guess that's it, right? We're just gonna pick them up, and we'll see what happens when we pick them up. Easiest game ever. So let's jump into the sandbox. Let's go to experiences. And create page. Let's grab some images. What are we gonna get? Sure, why not? All right. And all right. So we got everything up here. We got to add a category. Other. We don't care. Save changes. Publish page. All right, just about ready. Who's gonna test this with me? I have played Narbacular Drop. I'm trying to remember how I got it. I think it was. I don't remember if it got put on Steam or if it was just posted somewhere. It was. Portal's definitely an improvement. It was a bit rough around the edges. It wasn't a capstone project for some game design students, I think. Um, but yeah, I like Portal a lot. And yeah, I did go back to check out Narbacular Drop when I learned the story behind how Portal got created. All right, let's jump in here. All right, so after the stream ends, I'm going to send everybody's Wizzy avatars out. And then from that, I'm going to have the list of who all the current holders are and do the Christmas item drop. So you have, I don't know, maybe a couple hours to pick up a Wizzy if you don't have one already. If you want to be included in the holiday drop, there are going to be more things. Ha! You fool! You thought I'd give you a warning. It does kind of like drag behind, which is interesting. You lint liquor. Oh, there's collision on them. Can we... Wait, can we jump on them while carrying them? Sir Alec, stand still for a second. Okay, no, there's no collision while you're holding them. Interesting. There is, there's a little bit of a delay. Oh, you should be able to, jump that. I guess we have to leave one of them not picked up. So, I mean, it could use a little TLC as far as like animation and like it getting pulled from one player to the other. Thanks for joining us, Ardex Obeys. Vox Machina, you were in the top 10. I don't remember. You were, I think, maybe third or fourth, something like that. Let me see. Third place. Congrats, Vox Machina. And you weren't late for the top 10 results. I was late for starting the stream. I wasn't expecting to do it today. And so it just kind of threw everything all over the place. It is a fun mechanic. So yeah, I guess I do kind of feel like mushroom. I kind of feel like I want, as much as I like that level from using the generator with Sandrush with the magic palette, I kind of want to make my own level just so that way we can have stealing being part of the mechanic, which means it'll take longer, but I mean I can build something in not too long. Capture the flag is now possible with this. You just have to catch up to the other player. So between speed boosts, you know, you could make it so that way when you pick up the item, it reduces your speed. So you have like a carry delay, meaning it's easier for other players to catch up to you. I kind of like when Capture the Flag just leaves the speed as is, and you just have to find better paths around. So Capture the Flag is definitely a possibility. Now that I think about it, the game... Good job, guys. These are some beautiful steps. Good teamwork. Like, we didn't even discuss this at all. This just happened organically. And now we ruined it. Aha. Oh, wait. You guys are trying to set up for a screenshot. Oh, no, I picked up the bottom one. Now we can't. Now we're stuck down here. Oh, wait, maybe I can... Nope, I ruined it. I messed it up. Unless... Oh, wait. Maybe you can wedge. Wait. Whoa. Did I take both of them? That's what is happening here. If I put it down, I can... It's like confused as to which I'm taking. I put down the yellow. I took the green, but it gave me the yellow. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, so the game that I was envisioning was not unlike Capture the Flag, except you're not taking a flag from an enemy territory. You're taking it from a central place. So it's gathering resources from the middle and delivering them to an outer post. I had one job. I know. I was like, I wasn't even trying to grab the bottom one. I was trying to grab the one that somebody was standing on, and I missed. There we go. All right. That's it. I think that was everything, right? We did the Game Jam Awards. We did this. I've still got a ton of stuff to do. So anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. I'm going to be working on stuff. Let's see. Is there anybody that we can raid? Nobody that I am following is online right now. So I guess not. Raid someone with channel points? Do you have somebody that you want me to raid? I don't follow, so I don't watch Twitch really. Like the most often I watch somebody is when I raid them and then I just leave it playing. So I'm not actually following that many. Oh, you get channel points when you raid. Oh, okay. Well, who do you want me to raid? Like I said, nobody that I'm following is online right now. Arpterix? Who's that? What are they doing? What are they doing? They are playing. Oh, they're a DJ? Sure, I guess. You know, listen to some music. Wizards at work. Sure. Yeah. All right. Have fun listening to a DJ or whatever else you do. Have a good weekend, and I will see you all. We're doing like a Christmas show the day before Christmas Eve. We call it Christmas Adam because Adam came before Eve. So Panda and I will be doing that next week. Bye, everybody.